yourself.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do.
We really went from Marie Curie to whatever this is. Luckily, we have woke females being put in their place.
Don't you see how this could be offensive to a real, authentic Mexican?
Hey, can I just say that I'm Mexican and this doesn't bother me at all? Because these tacos are great.
Okay, sir, I appreciate your feelings on the matter, but I don't need you to be a mouthpiece for an entire cuisine, okay? As long as a white man's doing the cooking, I won't be eating here.
Oh, I'm not the cook. Guillermo's the cook.
Guillermo? Okay, wow. Guillermo, let me guess. You've got some poor Mexican dude back there slaving away for $5 an hour so that you can call these tacos authentic. Excuse me, senor. You don't need to work here. You can open your own taco truck.
Guillermo doesn't speak English.
야! 고기도 필요해!
기다려!
말 그만하고 빨리 움직여!
알았어, 씨발!
I'm just surprised you actually don't know what to be offended by right now, do you?
This is like watching a computer.
I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended. That's all we ever hear now. It's like an offense overload. She really did start to glitch. Sadly, it's just a skit and we are yet to see a feminist glitch from an offense overload. Maybe another day.
Me and Andrew are misogynists.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Andrew's a misogynist?
I think he has an animosity towards women, yeah. I think so.
Do you think I'm a misogynist?
A little bit. The definition of hatred is a great dislike. And it's actually one of the, sins of living in the flesh.
What if it's possible? I don't dislike women. I just dislike stupid people. And it doesn't matter if they're men or women. And you just happen to be a stupid person, and that's why I dislike you. And also happen to be a woman at the same time. So you happen to be stupid and happen to be a woman, but I don't hate you because you're a woman. I dislike you because you're stupid. Well, could that be possible?
Well, why don't you ever talk about men? You always talk about how much you hate women every day.
I debate it professionally for a living against men and women. You go on TikTok after you got with a guy who had 1 million TikTok followers so you could piggyback on that to fame. I would not bullshit me.
We actually have a video on this channel where a girl on this same podcast had called the men a misogynist. Guess what happened when she was asked to define the term? She burst into tears and left the studio. This bright-haired woman in this video is not a very bright person, it seems.
The table to a man outside of sex.
What do you think she will bring besides?
I'm going on the panel.
Have you ever been in a relationship that you obviously have sex, but what does she bring to the table besides that? Tell me.
Well, I'm asking you the question.
That's how it works.
I have an answer, but I would like to know yours.
Okay, well.
Okay, yeah, I'm supportive, ambitious, I'm adventurous, I'm definitely open-minded, to a lot of things. So, yeah, I'm a good time.
Cool. All right.
My answer is I don't know. I don't know what I would bring to the table. This is me. You like it, you don't. Let's find out. Let's figure it out together.
Wait, you said you have a boyfriend though, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, what do you do for him then?
Oh, a lot of things. Do you want to know?
We literally just asked you that.
Do you want to ask him?
Yeah. I'm asking you. You said I'm not sure what I bring to the table, and then I'm like, wait, aren't you in a relationship?
Honestly, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not like, what am I bringing to the table? Is he happy if I do this? I don't question myself all the time. I'm like, this is who I am. Maybe today.
But you notice something interesting?
Yes.
When you were asked what you're looking for long term, you had a laundry list of stuff you mentioned. But then when you were asked, what do you bring to that person? Then you're like, I don't know. Do you understand how there's like a confusion there?
It's not confusing for me. I don't know if there's somebody else that's not as confused as you.
She doesn't know a lot of things, it seems. Well, all the best to the man she's in a relationship with.
What's good money?
Pull up your account.
My phone is dead.
Okay.
What is good?
Until you can pull up your account, then...
Well, give us an idea. Why does it have to be about me? Is a couple million enough?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Like nowadays, the market is so inflated that to get a 31-year-old girl...
You know what's funny though?
You need to have multi-million dollars, like to get a ran through 31-year-old like sweatpants Birkenbag girl. You need to have multiple M's in the bank.
I know.
That's insane.
You can't just be funny and have a fucking 8-inch hammer anymore.
Hold
what the fuck?
Hold on. Do you hate women?
No. I love women.
Are you sure?
I do. I love women.
What's your relationship like with your
mom?
mom?
I have a great relationship with my mom.
Really? She hugged you and shit when you were
little?
little?
I did. I was just talking to her right before this. Like right before I walked in, I was.
Why do you find that so hard to believe?
I'm feeling a little anger, misogyny.
Oh, don't you dare say that word. Don't
You really want to
dare.
end
There we go. The word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, misogyny. She's sensing anger because he has standards regarding the woman he chooses to have a relationship with. Well, I sense bitterness and hurt because she knows she can never be that woman. Okay, this video is a stitch from TikTok.
This is a question for black people and black people only, but African American black people, no other black, you have to be African American. So I'm half African American and Indian, so I always use the Indian flag. But we don't have an African American flag. So I just say African American and I got the Indian. So do we need a flag? Can we get a flag? Is that too much? Do we not need a flag? Does not make sense? I don't know. I just feel kind of weird that African Americans don't have something. Like, we need a flag, yo.
You have a flag, idiot.
An African American flag. Right. TikTok fries the brain, let me just tell you, because there is no way an adult woman would actually set up her phone, record herself saying the dumbest thing, and posting it for the world to see.
Anytime I tell a guy that I work at a daycare, he's just like, oh damn, those lucky kids. What I wouldn't do to have like be one of your students, like what I would do if like you were my teacher. And I'm just like, okay. It's always just made into like a fetishizing thing.
I don't think you should be offended. I think that's
I'm not
a
offended.
compliment.
It just seems that like that's the only reason guys care is because they think it's hot that I'm like a little preschool teacher.
No, they find it attractive that you're good at caring for children.
Yeah, they've never said it that way though.
That's not fetishizing to say that. What they're doing is they're trying to give you a compliment and tell you that they think that you're beautiful. They're not trying to fetishize nothing. And so what they do is they take an occupation that you're familiar with and they make an offhand comment like that because it's funny and they think that they can in that way call you beautiful without it sounding sappy.
No, it's just immature. Sorry, boys.
I think it's immature to compliment women at all because you're all just brats about it and finding it's a fetish, it's a dead. You just always brat. I wouldn't compliment any of them. It's just always a bad idea.
Okay, the guy at the end just went completely and unnecessarily off the rails, but can you really blame him? How tone deaf must you be to think that complimenting your profession is fetishism? I wonder just how many people she has told that to. You work with children, so a lot of people will think that these men just have a disturbing thing for children. If he was a personal trainer, you'd mention it, but men can't even give compliments now. These are tough times.
How long were you engaged?
About 8 months, and then I called the wedding off like a month or a few weeks before our whole paid for wedding. And
wait, 2 weeks before, so everything was planned.
Paid for. He was great, you guys. He was perfect on paper, literally. Like, and I was like, I needed to do this because everyone else is getting married around me. Oh, I better keep up, right? Months go by, we're planning this wedding, right? How am I gonna do this? Like, I'm not being true to myself. Like, this is so unauthentic. Like, what am I gonna do? He also had,
mental health issues?
A small. It's like not that small, but it was like definitely nothing that I'm gonna.
How do you feel saying that information out loud today, that he has a small wiener?
There is so much going on here, okay? This is what you need to know. She got into a relationship with a guy who was head over heels in love with her at 23. At 26, he proposed to her dismay, but she said yes regardless. 2 weeks to the wedding, she decided she was not being authentic. Her words, not mine, and decided to call it off. When she was asked the reason, she said he had a small organ.
We had the best time together for the time that we were together, you guys, I swear to God. I was very shocked when he proposed to me because we never had talked about let's get married soon. Like, I never saw myself getting married at like such a young age. To me, that's a young age, right?
27? That's not.
I know, but I just
that
didn't.
young.
I didn't expect him. Who wants to marry me?
That's
You know
a
what I
fair
mean?
point.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with it? Like, so, anyways,
She's
I
not
was
wrong.
shocked. I didn't feel that deep spark that I have with my husband now. Truthfully, nobody can ever find it.
Was it because he didn't want to have an open
find-
relationship?
No, he broke his arm. When I broke up with him, he punched a wall and broke his arm. His bone was falling out.
That's not what I asked.
Wait, you're.
Oh, well, I'm just telling you. You wanted to know.
The guy who you called off the engagement with.
Yeah, my ex-fiance.
I asked you if the guy that you called off an engagement with wanted to be monogamous.
Yeah, we were monogamous.
Is that why? Because you're in an open relationship.
What?
Hold on.
I'm so confused.
Wait, hold on. Let me come in on this. Okay.
Come in.
You said that you didn't feel the spark with your husband, or sorry,
husband, no.
your fiance at the time.
I did it first.
You didn't feel the spark with him. That's why one of the reasons why you called off the marriage. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, but you said you did feel the spark with your current husband, who when you met him was addicted to prostitutes. Do I have that correct?
I wouldn't go there. Okay, first of all,
and then was there drugs involved?
No. Let me answer the first question.
Did anyone see this girl when she walked into the room? Are drug, breathalyzer, and pee tests not done on these shows? Well, there's no need for any humbling. Time will tell the rest.
Can you name any rights men have today that women don't?
Any rights that men have that women do not? Any rights that men have that women do not? No.
So then what laws are feminists fighting for?
Shit, that's a good one.
It was so nice seeing the light bulb just come on in her eyes. Hopefully it stays on. There's no battle more pointless than the one without an opponent.
I do OnlyFans, and I'm going to tell you right now that I have simps, but I like them. I have genuine...
Because they're paying you.
No, I have relationships with most of these guys before they even pay me. Friendships. You know
And
what I
then
mean? Like, I know these people.
They're not friends if they want to see you naked. If I had a male friend that subscribed, if I made an OnlyFans, which I never would, I would never consider him a friend.
You are dating a guy right now, right? How does he feel knowing that there are like other men that you would consider to be like close, intimate relationships?
He's on it also. He's on my OnlyFans with me.
What the fuck?
Well, oh. Okay.
What? Wow, this is like the most full circle.
The world is spinning out of control.
So, who else has lost their family to Trump? I had this horrible conversation with my dad, my sister-in-law. They're still, after all this they're still Trump supporters. It's like, how can I respect you? How can I respect you if you are still a Trump supporter when you have a daughter and a great-granddaughter? But, yeah, he's a Trump supporter. How has Trump stolen my family from me? I don't think I can talk to my dad or my sister-in-law and my brother ever again because they believe in this gross human. He's so gross. He's a grifter. He's just been a gross human. It's well documented.
This woman is married. She looks like she's well settled in her 30s, and this is what she's posting on the internet? She doesn't think she can speak to her family anymore. Okay.
Just like every male bodybuilder.
Wake me up when he tells a lie. He forgot to pull down his pants for the almost stripping and showcase.
What's your name?
Killer.
Kilo. How do you move the boys?
I move the boys, I get them blazed, and then I lips them. Then they go.
That's
Yeah, and then Luigi.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, move the boys now. Right now. Let's see. Move to the guy. Quick. Take this. Take the mic. Take the mic.
Excuse me. Hello, babes. Babes. Hello. Excuse me.
You want to see your best game? A game.
I want to get a girl.
Okay, go on.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I think you're really pretty. Can I have your snap? No. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think you're really pretty. Can I have your snap? Can I have your snap? I think you're really pretty, I can't lie.
Huh?
I think you're pretty for a man. I think you're... Right now, if I was wearing something different, yeah, see right now, you're not showing off the good parts. The man them don't like me right now, but it's okay.
Wow, but she's right. It'll definitely be different when you change your clothes.
When's the last time you cried?
I don't think I remember.
You don't remember? Why?
Because I don't have a reason to cry. Now she wants me to cry. She wants to know my job. What's next?
So you're not in tune or aligned with your emotions?
I don't see stuff that's sad.
What about things that's going on in the world?
Why would I cry about that?
Because it's sad.
You can't be upset about anything out of your control. That makes no sense. It's like crying that the sky is blue.
It does make sense if you see like humanity like just in pain and in suffering and people dying and getting mad.
It's life.
Oh my God, that's really horrible.
Why would I cry?
this is the thing.
What does it have to do with me? Why would I cry?
But that's so honestly, like that's a really selfish way to think.
So now that I've cried, what have I done for them?
It shows that you've got empathy, but for me it's a big red flag when you're not emotionally available, when you don't understand or you don't care about other people.
If I see someone's died halfway across the world or whatever, did I cry? Have I saved them?
They can't be serious. There's literally so many women who have admitted to breaking up with their boyfriends because he cried in front of them. What exactly do you want?
I want to let you know what's going on in our state in regards to LGBT policy. We're getting new information from the state level, from Governor Youngkin, that we have to amend our policies to align with his new plan to try to give parents more rights in education. And that sounds nice, but it's ultimately going to hurt kids because it's going to cause educators to not be able to use the correct name and pronoun that students are telling us to use. It's going to require us to go to parents to get approval before we can use the correct pronouns, and that's really going to hurt kids in unsupportive families. We also have to amend our policies to no longer allow students to play sports or go to the bathroom with their gender, and instead go to the one that matches their gender at birth. So keep watching what's going on in Virginia. We're fighting.
Why are you so pressed about men using women's bathrooms? You're fighting, sure, go on.
Would you rather come across a random man or a random bear in the woods?
The bear, because you could scare the bear off. You're not going to scare a man off if he sees you alone in the woods.
Okay, what about you?
A man.
A bear.
A bear?
Probably the man. Even if he was Ted Bundy in his prime, still the man.
Still Ted Bundy in his prime.
A man? You know what? I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to go bear.
Okay, what about you?
I don't assume all men are bad. I would pick a man.
Man.
And
Wait.
I've had an experience with a bear.
You've had the bear experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Those of you said bear, why?
Well, I said you could scare a bear off. You probably not going to scare a man off.
I feel the same way. And some men actually get more turned on when you are scared.
What percentage of men do you think would choose to attack you in this scenario?
It's a 50-50 shot. I don't know. You have to understand, too, we're talking from our own views of how we see men. Amount of men we encounter, it's a lot.
So because of your experience, half the men in this room are predators.
Wait, are the two bear choosers twin sisters? That would have been cute if they were a little bit smarter.
Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch?
We're biased. We're women.
No, that's not a good answer.
No, that is a great answer because we did not think otherwise.
There are dozens of words for two-spirited people, people that would now be considered trans people.
Is this like a Native American tribe, like high, smoking, and talking about your spirit?
There are people that would now be considered trans people.
There were trans Native Americans?
Yes. If you could educate yourself a little more, you would know that.
Okay. I will educate myself. Native Americans were also cannibals. Did you know that fact? Did you educate yourself on the fact? I don't know if we should be taking our cues from cannibals. There's no question about that.
Which spiritual? You believe in God?
I do believe in God, yes.
So
that doesn't make me believe in trans people. That doesn't make me believe that you can switch your parts. I don't believe they were performing surgeries. And you can let me know. But again, they weren't chopping their dicks off. So no, this is a different thing that we're dealing with here. Next question.
Educate yourself, the tar-lipped activist said. What history book was this Native American discovery written in? Or what Native American grandpa can back up this claim? Girl, go take a seat.
Speaking from the perspective as a woman, you are not a biological woman. There is a list of things that I am more excited to do than give birth to children at the moment. I'm more excited.
Wait a second. Are you saying that there's a distinction between people who self-identify as women and biological women?
No, I'm saying that you're not a biological woman.
Well, then I can have the same exact lived experience you do.
Do you identify as a woman?
It wouldn't matter, would it? All that matters is that I could have the same exact lived experience as you if you make no distinction between the self-ID and the biological. And if you don't, and you said you don't, then you can't say you're not a biological woman, so therefore X.
You know what? I am sorry for assuming your self-ID. That was wrong on my part.
So I can have the same exact lived experience as a biological woman, right?
Can I please speak?
Yes or no, could I have the same experience as a biological woman without being a biological woman under your worldview? Yes or no?
Stop interrupting me.
You can't even make your point anymore, can you? You can't defend your own life as a woman because you foolishly decided to share with the same men you claim have taken everything from you. Say hello to the patriarchy, ladies.
Are all white people racist?
I would say that I think white people have an implicit bias. You can argue with me. I think white people have an implicit bias.
Do you understand how racist it is to think that all white people are racist?
Hello? Anyone home? Of course not. Do these people not have white friends? Do they share these feelings with their white friends as well?
And that is not how logic works. You can't just say that I'm willing to
tell me how logic works. Give me one rule of law of logic. Give me one law of logic. One.
It's based in fact. In truth.
What? What? Can you give me a single law of logic?
Can you?
Yes, I can
Okay,
give you all the first is the law of non-contradiction. The second is the law of excluded middle. How many would you like? Would you like to get into informal logic as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Would you like to get into the law of identity? That's the third law. What else would you like?
That's semantics at this point.
No, that's literally the opposite of semantics. Do you know what semantics are? Because that's not semantics.
Okay.
Okay, we can agree that the smug girl being questioned is not the most intelligent one we've ever encountered. What's with the other one just cackling like a hyena into the microphone? Okay, that's a wrap. You're so strong for making it to the end. Let's hope these madness ends someday. Until then, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out, leave a like and a comment, and most of all, stay unwoke.